Hello, I'm Kathy Terry with the Regional Educational Laboratory Southwest at the American Institutes for Research. This video will be Understanding and Applying the Evidence Base for Strategic School Actions. This is about research related to high-dosage tutoring and extended learning time. Texas Strategic School Actions are bold strategies that Texas districts can take in order to meet the unique needs of their students within their communities. The 4 strategic school actions include creating a new school, redesigning a school, restarting a struggling school, or reassigning students to a higher performing school. 2 of these particular strategic actions, redesigning a school and restarting a struggling school, include school improvement efforts such as high-dosage tutoring and extended learning time. High-dosage tutoring can be one-on-one to small group individualized support, and extended learning time can include extra hours added before, during, or after the school day or over the summer. In this video, I will summarize some articles that show extended learning time and delivering high-dosage tutoring can lead to increased student achievement for students enrolled in low-performing schools and charter schools. To really understand the full effect of high-dosage tutoring and extended learning time as improvement strategies, more rigorous research is needed. The first study to be discussed is about high-dosage tutoring. This is a study that is a randomized controlled trial of an intensive math tutoring program. Guryan, and Ludwig showed that students who were randomly assigned to participate in the Saga tutorial program had significantly higher test scores, math grades, and grades in other classes, as well as fewer course failures. The intervention that was discussed in this particular article is the Saga tutorial program, which had been previously called the Match Education Tutorial Program. But it consisted of intensive individualized math tutoring in a regular classroom during an elective period. 2 students were matched with 1 tutor for specialized attention and instruction. This particular study took place in Chicago Public Schools. There were 2,700 male students attending 12 high schools. 95% of the students were African American or Hispanic, 90% were eligible for free and reduced lunch, and 49% had failed at least 1 course the previous year before participating in the particular study. Once again, it was a randomized controlled trial, which means that students were randomly assigned to have a chance to participate in the Saga tutorials. And the results did show that the tutorials actually helped the students have higher math grades, higher test scores, and also the author reported that the tutorials help students learn 1 to 2 years of math in a single school year, above and beyond what they would have learned without the tutorial program. The next 2 articles will examine student outcomes in schools that implemented both high-dosage tutoring and extended learning time as school improvement strategies. The Fryer article, Injecting Successful Charter School Strategies into Traditional Public Schools, a Field Experiment in Houston, actually summarizes a quasi-experimental study that was done in 16 low-performing elementary and middle schools in Houston, Texas. The charter school characteristics that were infused into the traditional public schools were high-dosage tutoring, increased instructional time, data-informed instruction, cultivating a culture of high expectations, and rigorous human and capital policies. In the treatment schools, students in grades 4, 6, and 9 were supplied with a math tutor. An extra instruction on reading or math was provided to students in other grades who previously had performed below grade level. The setting for the population again was Houston, Texas. There were about 5,000 students in the study. 88% are African American or Hispanic. 80% are eligible for free to reduced lunch, and 30% have limited English proficiency. This particular quasi-experimental study did show that students in grades 4, 6, and 9 in the treatment schools who received the additional tutoring had higher gains in math each year. Gleason article from 2017 entitled "What's the Secret Ingredient? Searching for Policies and Practices That Make Charter Schools Successful" actually summarized 9 studies of multiple charter schools in different settings. The interventions or charter school policies that were included in some of the articles were high-dosage tutoring, extended learning time, data-informed instruction, and a culture of high expectations. The research articles actually showed that policies most consistently found to be associated with positive charter school impacts included having longer school days or years, having a comprehensive behavioral policy with rewards and sanctions, and a mission that prioritized boosting student achievement. High-dosage tutoring, frequent feedback and coaching for the teachers, and policies promoting the use of data to guide teachers' instructional practices were also positively associated with charter schools' achievement impacts. This Gleason article, as well as the prior articles, do discuss extended learning time as well as high-dosage tutoring as charter school practices or practices as a part of school improvement efforts that have shown to have positive student impacts. One of the biggest limitations of these two studies is that we don't know specifically which practices may be driving the results. Each one, high-dosage tutoring as well as extended learning time, were a part of a larger school improvement efforts. They were shown to have positive impacts as a part of the overall larger school improvement efforts. More research is definitely needed so that we can understand the specific impacts of high-dosage tutoring and extended learning time on student outcomes. The next 2 articles that I will discuss will actually look at studies that were done about extended learning time after school. Durlak and Weissberg did a meta-analysis report where 73 after-school program studies were reviewed. In order to be included in the meta-analysis, all the studies had to have a treatment as well as a comparison group. The program studies actually looked at after-school programs that attempted to promote personal and social skills. So such skills in the areas as problem solving, conflict resolution, leadership, and responsible decision making. The meta-analysis report showed that students who participated in after-school programs had improvement in 3 major areas: feelings and attitudes, indicators of behavioral adjustment, as well as improved school performance. After-school programs have been associated with positive self-confidence for youth, also positive school behaviors, increased school grades, and achievement tests. After-school participation has also been associated with reduced problem behaviors. This particular article shows or demonstrates that extended learning time after school can have positive impacts on students. Huang, Gleason, and Torre did a quasi-experimental study examining the benefits of after-school participation in Los Angeles. The after-school program, known as Los Angeles' Best Educated Students for Tomorrow, known as LA's Best, was a program that focuses on intellectual, physical, and social emotional development. The population that was included in the study were 12,500 second grade students across 2 cohort years. 80% of the students were Hispanic, 12% were African American, and 50% were limited English proficiency. The students that participated in the after-school program came from neighborhoods where gang violence, drug use, and other types of antisocial behaviors are common. The authors reported that the results suggested that regular after-school attendance of 108 days or more were associated with positive math achievement growth. Here are just a few takeaways from the research that has been presented. 1. High-dosage tutoring that occurred during the day led to achievement gains for male students who were struggling academically. 2. Extended instructional time and delivering high-dosage tutoring led to increased student achievement for students enrolled in low-performing schools and charter schools. However, these school improvement efforts were practiced in conjunction with other school reform efforts. To understand the specific high-dosage tutoring and extended learning time strategies that lead to improvements in student achievement, more rigorous research is needed. Here are the references of all of the articles that have been presented in this particular video. If you have any questions about the research that has been presented, as well as high-dosage tutoring and extended learning time, please reach out to me, Kathy Terry. Thank you.